Okay guys, so in this video let's start working with Redis, and before we can do so we need to install Redis locally on our machine. So we need to go to this link here, that is redis.io/download, and I'll provide all the links in the description here. So here is the download page of Redis, and to install Redis on your machine it is very simple. You simply need to download this file here, that is tar.gz file. It's a zipped file. And then you need to simply extract this file, and then you need to cd into that directory, and then you simply need to make, and then you simply need to call make, and then you can start your server using Redis server. And then we can interact with the server, that is the Redis server, using the redis-cli command. And if you are on Mac, then there is a super simple way, that is to install Redis using Homebrew. And if you don't know that what is Homebrew and you are using Mac, then you can go to this link here, that is brew.sh, and here we can simply install Homebrew on our machine. And to install Homebrew, it is super simple. You just simply need to copy this command from here and you need to paste it inside your terminal. And then what we can do, we can simply go to our terminal here, and what we need to do to install Redis using Brew, we need to simply say brew install Redis like this. Though I have Redis already installed, so it would say that it cannot be installed since the Redis version is already installed. That is, the latest version is already installed. So we see here that Redis 6.05 is already installed. And now I would talk about one more thing here. That is, to work with Redis or to see what's inside the Redis in-memory database, we need to install this npm package, and we need to install this npm package globally so that we can view our Redis database in a GUI tool that opens up in a browser. And for that, what you need to do, you need to simply npm install -g Redis commander, and that I have already done, so I do not need to do this, but you should do this. That is, you should install this Redis commander package globally on your machine. It is not an application dependency. It is simply to view what's all inside the Redis database that is present locally on your computer. And then what we can do to run this Redis commander, we need to simply use this command here, that is redis-commander. So let's start the Redis GUI tool here. So let me open another terminal here. And here what I'll do, I'll simply say redis-commander. So we see that we can access the browser at this thing here, that is localhost port 8081. So let me copy it from here and let me minimize it, or let's keep it open here. And then we need to go to that link, that is localhost port 8081, and then we can see that's what's all inside our database. So currently, as we see that nothing is inside our database, and if we click on this link here or this tab here, we can see the Redis version which we are using, and so on and so forth. So now let's connect to Redis using the Redis CLI. So redis-cli. And if you haven't worked with Redis before, then Redis is super simple to use, and we only need to use 2 commands. So that's what I'm going to show you right now while working in the CLI. So basically in Redis, we have key value pairs that are stored in our database. So now suppose we want to set a key that is called foo, and the value would be bar. So we can set it easily like this. So set foo and value would be bar. Simply like this. That is, we use the set keyword here, and then the key, that is foo, and then bar, the value. So let's press enter, and we see that we get OK here. So let's go to our Redis commander here and let's refresh it. And let's expand it, and we see that we have this thing here, that is key, that is foo. Let me zoom in. So that is, the key is foo and the value is bar here. And to get this key inside Redis, what we need to do, we need to use the get keyword. So get foo, and we will get bar back, because that is the value stored inside this foo key. And now to delete this key value pair, what we need to do, delete key, that is the key name, delete foo, because we want to delete this key that is called foo. So let's press enter, and we should use the del keyword, not delete. So it's my mistake. So del foo like this. And now we get an integer back, that is, one key is deleted. So let's go back here again and let's refresh it. And this time we see that there are no keys present inside our Redis database. And now let me show you one more thing, or one more command. If we want to set an expiration time to our key value pair, That is, we want to expire a key after a certain period of time. Then what we can do, we can simply use this thing here, that is set. The key would be foo, the value would be bar, and we want to expire it in how many seconds? If we use the ex keyword here, then it takes in seconds here. And then if we provide in the px, then it's in milliseconds, and so on and so forth. But we are only working with this ex thing. That is the expiration time of this key value pair. So let's expire this key in 10 seconds like this. So let's press enter. So we have the value. If we get key, so we can get the key like this, that is get key. So this get and this get is same, but we try to use this in uppercase letters here. So we can again get foo. And we see that we cannot get foo because this key has been expired, and we can validate it inside this Redis commander that there is no key existed with this foo keyword. So let's set the key again, that is foo with bar, and the expiration time is 10 seconds. So let's go back to Redis commander. So let's refresh it. So here we see that we have one key and TTL, that is time to live, is 6 seconds. So if we refresh it again, the time to live is 1 second, and if we refresh it again, the key is gone. So this is all what you need to know about Redis to get started working with Redis. So in the next video, let's set up our Redis client inside Node.js.